Well, hey everybody, it's Dr. Carmen Bryan, and this is Car Chronicles. How you guys doing? You ready? Well, let's do this. Listen, if you guys are not following my mother, Apostle Helen Sadler, your Destiny Helper on Clubhouse, you're missing out because we have some awesome conversations, and a lot of questions that you guys have are being answered by professionals that are on the platform. And the professionals that are on the platform are putting out information that may benefit you, may help you in your recovery. And today, it just so happened, this is something that I have said before. This is something that I had taught before in reference to mental health. And anytime you're coming out of a situation or you're in a situationship with a narcissist, you do understand that there are psychological and physiological reactions in your body, in your mind, to the abuse that you have sustained or are going through. Mental health and physical health, or mental health and the medical field, are closely related. A lot of times when you're going through what you're going through, your body is impacted by the trauma that you have been through. You know, your brain is being affected. You know, think about it. You're in a brain fog. You have problems in thinking. You have problems in remembering things. You know, these are all what you would consider like brain damage. It's still reversible as long as you don't stay in it forever. It's still reversible, you know, but at the same time, your brain is getting some damage to it while you are being psychologically abused. All abusers, whether they're physical in their abuse or only psychological or emotional in abuse, all of them psychologically, emotionally abuse, even if they don't put their hands on you. But your body is taking the impact of that abuse. And for most people, if you look up the neurological system, you know, your neurological system is being affected. Your, people having sciatic issues, they're having spinal cord issues. They're having, when you have, what are they called? Pinched nerves in your back. The nerve issues in your neck, you can't move your head around. You're having migraine headaches. You're having eating problems. You're having gastrointestinal issues. Your stomach is poking out and it's gotten swollen. So you have this buildup of cortisol in your stomach. Some of you guys, your moods are unstable. You think you're bipolar, and really you're having some mood issues because you're dealing, complex PTSD. Post-traumatic or PTSD, complex PTSD. Some of you guys are having, also fibromyalgia, inflammation in your body. Some of you have never had inflammation in your body. All of a sudden you have fibroids. You have all sorts of lupus. You have all sorts of stuff happening in your body. I had a conversation with someone in the past, and no one in her family has ever had cancer or breast cancer. All of a sudden, she has breast cancer, and she's living with a malignant narcissist. She had an oncologist who was also a professor, was a research oncologist. I think he was a research oncologist, not a professor, but a research oncologist. And what he told her was, he said, I'm going to tell you this off the record. I'm going to tell you this on the record. I'm going to tell you this off the record. The abuse that you are going through at home is tearing down your immune system. It's tearing down your immune system to a point where your body can't even fight, the things that are coming up like cancer. Your body should be able to fight cancer cells, cancerous cells. But your body is so weakened and your immune system is so weakened from the trauma that you have been going through ever since she's been a young woman, especially with this malignant narcissist, that your body can't even fight, anything that is showing up in your body. He says, I'm telling you now that the cancer that you have, 9 times out of 10 comes from the trauma that you have been going through, and your body can't even fight it. He says, but I'm just going to tell you that off record. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes your body is going through things, and your body is going through things because of the trauma that you're going through at home. Some of you guys are walking around anxious, walking on eggshells, having panic attacks. What do you think that is doing to your immune system? What do you think that's doing to your major organs? It's tearing down your immune system. It's tearing down your immune system. All that adrenaline is flowing in your system. Do you know that adrenaline is meant for fight, flight, or freeze, but it's meant because your body is being, and I can only explain this to you, because I was in the military, I explain it to you the best way that I can in layman terms. But when that adrenaline is pumping, it's telling your body it needs to do something in order to survive. I need to pick up something heavy. I need to run really fast. I need to fight. I need to do something, because this is a matter of survival. So that adrenaline starts pumping in it, and it takes takes away from your major organs and it goes to your legs, or it goes to your arms, because your body is telling your body, we got to do something. We have to do something to survive. But imagine it's like that adrenaline valve is stuck open and you got this flowing all day, every day, all day, every day. You're not getting the supply, the blood supply, it's eating up is messing up your major organs. And you're wondering why your body is breaking down. A lot of you are dealing with high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Some of you have started diabetes. You're overeating, you're undereating. So some of you have lost so much weight, you walk around looking like Skeletor. You're looking like the Crypt Keeper. Hair falling out. Some of you guys are dealing with hair loss. A lot of you, it's in reverse. You're overeating. You're binge eating. You even got to the point where you're having eating disorders. You're even purging. Everybody doesn't purge this way, by vomiting. Some people purge the other way with a dieter's tea, and you're purging the other way. And some of you guys are causing so much trauma in your stomach, in your body. But, and you're gaining weight. You can't control it. You've lost control. That's the control that you did have. Anorexia, bulimia, overeating, obesity, morbid obesity. And the more morbidly obese you become, the more your heart has to work. Now you got heart issues, so all these things are happening in your body from the trauma that you're experiencing with this narcissist or abusive situation. Not everybody's a narcissist, but the abusive situations that you're in. You don't deserve it. This is not till death do us part. I understand that's what it says, till death do us part. But the trauma will kill you before you die from natural causes, and you don't deserve that. You don't deserve to be treated or mishandled like that. You are a gem. You are a pearl. You are important. You are kings and queens. It is important. You are important. You are relevant and you matter. A lot of times people go to the hospital and they have actual physiological pain. Something is going on in their body. The sad thing is sometimes when you're dealing with medical personnel and they can't find anything wrong, number one, yes, sometimes you're being gaslighted by the medical field. I do agree with that. And I do believe that you have to really advocate for yourself, especially the Black and brown community. Really advocate for yourself. Even low income. A lot of times when you don't have, you have state insurance, you don't have private insurance. A lot of times you are abused in the system, in the medical arena. I understand that part. But a lot of times when they tell you that this is a psychological issue, this is not a physiological issue. For example, and I said this before, go look up conversion disorder. You have people that have gone blind or are paralyzed, and it's all stress related. And they need to get to a therapist. They need to get to a mental health professional to help them in order, because it's this is a reaction to stress and trauma, and your body is shutting down. That's what it's doing. You have things like, for example, you have major depression. That's why be very careful. This is for educational purposes only. This is just a reminder, just a disclaimer. And make sure you talk to your medical professionals, your med providers, and your therapists. I'm just putting this out for educational purposes. But a lot of times people they're misdiagnosed. And so a lot of times you're on a whole bunch of psychotropic medications, and it could be an organic issue. For example, if you're majorly depressed, you're depressed, go to your medical provider, go to your primary care provider and ask them to do a full blood workup. Have them check your vitamin B levels. Have them check your B12. Have them check your vitamin D levels. Men, have them check your testosterone. Testosterone will show up as major depression or anxiety. Have them check to see if there's anything organically wrong. Thyroid issues can show up as major depressive, disorders. So make sure that there's nothing medically wrong with you, so they're not prescribing you medication when you really need medical assistance. People have their thyroid removed or get thyroid medication and they start feeling better. Women, you go through menopause, and there are some things that your body goes through. Some people, postpartum depression, or the symptom. I can't think of the name really quick, but it's the beyond the PMS, where it becomes a problem. I can't think of the name now. I'll think of the name later, but the PMS issue, I may put it up there when I finish. I'm on the go. But have them check to see if there's organic issues, there's medical issues going on. And a lot of that comes from trauma. People, neck issues. Listen, massage therapists, flexologists, acupuncturists that deals with trauma. There are ways that you can help yourself when you are in recovery. You are important. Everything about you is important. And narcissist abuse takes a toll on your total mind, body, and soul.